Hello, and welcome to what will probably be a series where I make stuff. Yay! I'm doing this because two of my goals to stay busy during this wonderful pandemic anyway were doing more craft stuff and making more videos. So here I am, killing two birds with one stone, haha. Except you shouldn't kill birds because that's not very nice. What did those birds ever do to you? Unless they're geese. But you can't really kill geese because they don't have souls. I'm here today in my amazing studio, also known as my desk. I was too lazy to set up the posts for the green screen, so I just kind of draped the fabric over my bookshelf because it's pretty much the same thing. Anyway, I've been learning a lot of embroidery recently. I made a bunch of patches and stuff. Here's my pride and joy. If the camera wants to focus on this. No? Okay, cool. I also got a bunch of college decisions back, which meant I ended up with some merch that is of no use to me. I had a button from when I interviewed at Barnard. It originally had their logo on it, but then I'm not going there, so I turned it into this blobfish. Okay, cool. Throwing it out would have been kind of wasteful. Then in the mail I got an NYU 2024 baseball cap, and I'm not going there either, so I decided to do something with it. So I started by removing the NYU 2024 embroidery on the hat. I just used an X-Acto knife to saw at the threads without messing with the hat itself. And then once they were cut, I pulled them out. Originally, as a joke, I considered just removing the 24, replacing it with 00, and giving it to my mom because she can wear an NYU class of 2000 hat. But despite the fact that I've collected 3 different shades of purple, none of them matched the one on the hat. And I also knew that no matter how tight and packed together I made my stitches, my embroidery would not have been consistent with the machine one, so no one was going to wear an ugly hat, and it would have just been less useful than before. So, after I cut off all the stitches and removed the backing materials from the inside, I used some tape to remove all the purple fluff. I decided to try creating a floral design that I thought would look pretty. I've never really done any sort of flowers, so I was going into this with no practice. I tried to draw on some guides with a white pencil, but it just kind of rubbed off. Mother's Day was that weekend, so I was like, oh, maybe it will make a good gift to cover up my laziness because I hadn't really gotten anything. But then I only started this on Saturday afternoon. Procrastination. So I realized I wouldn't finish it in time, and also my mom wouldn't have worn the hat, and also I didn't like how it was turning out. So I started over! My dad's birthday was 2 days later, and he's really the only one in the house who wears baseball caps, so I settled on the new objective of finishing this for him. See that? 3 R's. Reuse, reduce, regift. I tried to write out the words Bad Hair Day on it in cursive. I tried tracing the design with a bunch of different stuff, but nothing really shows up on a black hat. And then for some reason I had the genius idea to use a silver Sharpie, which showed up really well, but I just assumed that it would wash out. And then after I messed up one of the letters and tried to get rid of it, I realized that silver Sharpie does not wash out. I tried scrubbing it with a towel and throwing it in the washing machine, and then I found a website that said rubbing alcohol works, except I don't have rubbing alcohol, so then I used nail polish remover, but then it just made the hat smell like nail polish remover, so that didn't work. But then I had rubbed at it so much that it kind of faded, so I was like, I'll just embroider over it, it's fine. I took some white floss and I just tried to do a simple split stitch, except that after doing a couple of the letters, I realized that I did not like how it looked. I've seen it used before for similar stuff, but I guess I just was not doing the stitch right and I didn't like how it looked, so I started over again! At this point, any occasion for which this hat could be used as a gift to cover up my laziness had passed, but I was committed to finishing it anyway. I started again, and this time I did a back stitch. I left a little too much space between some of the stitches, so the letters aren't as continuous as they should have been, and the whole letters are also not consistently spaced and sized, but it's fine as long as you just don't look at the hat too carefully. Overall, I think it went okay. Enjoy montage now. I watched too many DIY videos. Anyway, I liked this craft. It was fun because I made use of a useless hat. It doesn't really help me because it doesn't actually cover my hair, but it's fine. I would give this craft a solid rating of 6.2. 6.2 out of what? I will leave you to decide. I would give it a safety rating of -2 because between the X-Acto knife and the needle, I stabbed myself a lot of times, but that might just be me. I would recommend this craft, especially if you're like me and are kind of a hoarder and don't like throwing things out but want to disguise it as being environmentally conscious. That's all for whatever this is episode, I don't know. Next time, we will be repurposing this shirt that I got from Rutgers. Just kidding, I have no idea what to do with this thing.